everyone! Welcome to Mindanao News Hour, where we bring you important stories from the past and present. Today, we dive into the tragic end of the legendary hero Bantugan and his courageous wife. Their sacrifice marked a turning point in the history of Mindanao. But what really happened in their final moments? Stay tuned as we uncover this tale of love, courage, and loss.
That's right, Hazel. Bantugan, a brave and mighty warrior, was celebrated for his strength and leadership. He fought a massive battle to defend his homeland against an overwhelming Spanish fleet that sought to destroy everything. Tragically, he perished during the fight, and his ship sunk beneath the waves, giving rise to what is now known as Bongos Island. But his story does not end there. His wife, deeply grieved by his death, led her own warriors into battle. Her ship also met the same fate, sinking and forming Timaco Island. Before we recount their final stand, let's take a step back to understand how this all began. I'm passing it over to Aizeah for the backstory.
Thank you, Jammie. The story begins with Bantugan, a powerful leader who wanted to marry the beautiful daughter of a sultan. The sultan lived far away and Bantugan needed someone trustworthy and brave to carry his proposal to the sultan's palace. He chose his son Balatama, who despite being young, was courageous and determined to complete the dangerous mission. Balatama's journey was filled with challenges. He encountered a wooden fence surrounding a mysterious stone that resembled a man. When he tried to cut through it, the skies turned pitch black and large stones fell from the sky. After surviving this ordeal, Balatama faced a giant snake guarding the road, and he had to use all his strength and skill to defeat it. Let's hear from Nicole, an expert in Mindanaoan legends, about this part of the story.
Balatama's trials were not just about physical strength. They symbolized his resolve to carry out his father's wishes and honor his family. His bravery in overcoming these obstacles proved that he was truly Bantugan's son.
Thank you, Ma'am Nicole. Now, let's pass it over to Cherry for what happened next.
Thank you, Aizeah. Balatama eventually reached the Sultan's palace where he presented Bantugan's proposal. The Sultan, however, faced a difficult choice. He had already received a similar proposal from a powerful Spanish general. We spoke with Miss Susette, a descendant of one of the Sultan's advisors, about what happened next.
The Sultan wanted to avoid conflict, but he was caught between powerful men. His advisor suggested asking for impossible gifts from Balatama, thinking it might delay his claim. But Balatama boldly promised to provide everything they asked for, including a golden statue, a yard with a golden floor, and a ship made of stone.
Thank you, Miss Susette. How about you, Cristine? Do you have something to share with us?
Yes, Cherry, I have. Balatama's promise won the Sultan's favor, but the Spanish general was furious when he heard about it. Determined to marry the Sultan's daughter himself, the general sent a massive fleet of warships to the Sultan's city, demanding that the princess be given to him or the city would face destruction. For more on this critical moment, let's hear from Professor Jade.
This event marked the beginning of a devastating conflict. The Spanish fleet was enormous, with thousands of ships and soldiers. Bantugan knew that fighting with them would be nearly impossible, but he believed that it was his duty to protect his homeland and honor his agreement with the Sultan.
Thank you, Professor Jade. Bantugan prepared his warship and led his warriors into battle. For 3 days, they fought bravely against the Spanish forces. The skies were filled with smoke. The cannon fire echoed across the land. Though Bantugan's ship was eventually sunk, a miracle occurred. At the spot where his ship went down, a new island rose from the sea, and they called it Bongos Island.
That's incredible, Cristine. But what happened to Bantugan's wife?
After Bantugan's death, his wife took command of the remaining warriors. Driven by grief and sense of duty, she led them into fight, determined to avenge her husband. Sadly, his ship also sank, but just like before, another island emerged from the sea, which is the Timaco Island. Today, the island is known for its white monkeys, which the legend said that it is her servants. we spoke with Miss Ann, a local resident who shared the story passed down through generations.
People say that on quiet days, you can still hear her singing from the mountains. The white monkeys are said to guide her spirits, and many believe she still watches over her people.
The story of Bantugan and his wife is more than just a tale of loss. It's a reminder of courage and sacrifice they made to protect their homeland and loved ones. The island Bongos and Timaco stand as lasting symbols of their bravery. Back to you, Jammie and Hazel.
Thank you, Shella. What an amazing story of heroism and resilience. Even in the face of overwhelming odds, Bantugan and his wife showed us the true meaning of courage.
That's right, Hazel. Their story continues to inspire people in Mindanao and beyond. And that's it for today's Mindanao News Hour.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a nice day.